What is up, guys? Welcome to another Warframe video, and in today's video I'm going to be taking a look at a fairly new melee weapon called the Guandao. This is a high crit chance polearm, and its main competitor is obviously the Orphos in terms of crit, and then obviously you have the Legion, which is a completely other business, which I'm going to stay out of for this video. But basically I've comprised two builds up for today's video, one of which is a maiming strike build. However, due to a recent video and the backlash that YouTube got on it, I'm going to have a non-maiming build in here, which actually works just as well, and in some situations I'd actually prefer this, just because sliding everywhere is not the best, and you can actually fit some more utility mods on if you don't run it. So there's that as well, for those of you that don't want to spend an exorbitant amount of platinum. I've heard that it's around 700 plat on PC, so yeah, you may want to steer clear of that and go for something else. But basically, the first build that you saw in the defense, that was the maiming strike build. Obviously intended to not keep up a massive combo, and then as you can see in the footage right now, this is with quite a high combo, and you're nearly red critting all the time. And this is the build that I was using on the maiming strike one. Pretty much standard blood rush body count build. Not body count, sorry. Blood rush build, but without the body count, obviously, and then in this case replacing it with the maiming strike. Other than that, just prime reach, prime pressure point for damage, reach, berserker for when you get a crit. You may want to put a fury in there if you'd really like to, however I prefer the berserker personally. Then you have the two status mods to make viral. I wouldn't bother on the dual stats, however if you don't want to use as much armor you can do. Organ Shatter for the crit damage. And then Bleeding Willow I've got just up in there because I prefer it. You could as well put Shimmering Blight in there, and you may be able to get this down to a 0 form of build, which would be obviously very, very nice. Obviously, this weapon doesn't have much status, so there's not much point trying to run a condition overload build in there at all. And then moving on to the other build that I was running, this is pretty much the exact same, but you're switching out the body count for maiming, and that's pretty much all you're doing, to be honest. Other than that, it's pretty much the exact same build. And I found this build is very, very helpful. However, you could even switch out the body count for a Riven if you'd like to, something like that. But obviously, depending on what Riven it is, you may want to take out other stuff. And that's about it, guys, and peace.